Ladies and gentlemen, this is Brendan Lee with Consciousness and Skill Worldwide, founded by Peter Elson. Welcome back. In this video, I want to talk to you about a strange topic. Now, I want to talk to you about a topic that... I want to talk to you about enlightenment. The way I would like you to listen to me as I speak is I want you to consider that all of what I'm about to say is actually bullshit, okay? And I don't want you to hold anything I say as anything other than a pure intellectual musing about some idea of enlightenment. And then the reason that I am strong on this point and I do this is because of my understanding of the human mind and what your mind is likely to do with what I say, especially if you are interested in stuff like enlightenment or spiritual awakening or whatever, okay? And what I see in people that are really wanting to, say, become enlightened or grasp their true nature is when I talk on these matters, you see, I see their eyes light up, I see them get excited, and I see that I could feed them a line of crap and they would believe me. They would believe me. They would believe me. I'm going to repeat myself. Think of Joe Rogan. I'm going to repeat myself. They believe me. I don't want you to believe me. You see, because the stuff I'm going to say comes from experience, not from my own belief on the matter. Okay? So then the thing to do with what I'm going to say is probably just throw it out afterwards. It's really, in the context of enlightenment, everything I am going to say is total crap. All right? And you take it as anything other than crap. Do so at your own risk, but don't ever say I didn't warn you. Okay? So now, enlightenment doesn't get you anything. Enlightenment will not get you anything. There's nothing to get. The only place where you can get things is here, in life. You can attain things in life, in relative existence. This is the only place where you get to attain anything. At enlightenment, there is no place. There is no attainment. There's no positive future life, death, time, space, none of that. The only place that happens is here in your experience right now. See? Here we are. Relative existence. That's what we're in right now. And then you might say, well, I want to get enlightenment, so I'm going to go somewhere else. Where are you going to go? You should go talk to the spiritual guru you saw on YouTube, and then they'll tell you. That's where you go. Oh, you can go to Pluto. Where are you going to go? You going to go inside your mind forever? Where? You see, there is no place for you to go because you're already there. You see, but then you hear that and you're like, oh, well, blah, 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 blah. I'm already there, so I don't need to do anything. Well, it does seem that you do need to contemplate, or you do need to really want to know the truth and go for that. Otherwise, you're just going to go through life just like everybody else, including all the enlightened people, as if enlightened. Whatever that is, who knows? You see? And then you'll die, just like everybody else. See? Because the body exists, and one of the components of this body is it doesn't exist forever. See? There's tons of corpses, and tons of bones that have long since turned to dust. See, this doesn't exist in this form forever. It changes form and then perishes. I don't know. I didn't make the rules. Or maybe I did. Okay? So now, the discussion I was having with this person in my life was, well, you talk about enlightenment and you don't get anything, but then at the end of the day, what am I doing? Laundry, dishes, I got to go to the grocery store, I got to drive my car, I got to do all this stuff. So then the question is like, where's the fulfillment? Can somebody be fulfilled in life without getting enlightened? Does enlightenment have an effect on life? Because one of the main things I would say is like, enlightenment doesn't change anything, and yet it changes everything in a certain way. It doesn't change anything, like the objects. Everything stays exactly the way it is. Everything looks just the same as it ever did. But my relationship to it and my perspective on the matter has shifted completely. So, in one sense, nothing changes, and in another sense, everything changes. My relationship to it changes in a huge way. You see, and then so there's this question like, well, does enlightenment give you anything? No. And yes. Will enlightenment get you anything? No, and yes. But I didn't grasp my true nature by trying to get something. I just wanted to know what's true. Did I get anything when I grasped my true nature? No. And? See, I want to say poetically or metaphorically, like, gave me everything. Life. Actual freedom. More fulfillment, not less. Happiness, bliss, joy. A happiness that is not dependent on circumstance. What I call real happiness. Now, did enlightenment give me that? Nah. But perhaps it allowed my mind after the fact to be able to create these things. As if like a weight lifted off my shoulders, or a heavy bag that I never knew I was carrying. I just dropped it. All of a sudden, this is way better. Okay? Now, did enlightenment give me that? No. Is that a byproduct? Seems to be the case. See, but then the mind has a problem with that, because I'm like, well, first the enlightenment and then all this stuff. So there's obviously a causal relationship. And I'm like, nope, that's your mind's attempt to make something that's not relative. You're going to do that, but you're going to be wrong no matter what you do. Okay? So it's best not to even go there in the first place. The best thing to do is for you to fucking get it yourself and then come tell me about it. Because think about it. Think about it. What are people doing when they join, say they go into Buddhism because they've heard about enlightenment? What are they doing in there? How many enlightened people are popping out of there? I don't know, but probably not many. How many believers are coming out of there? A fuck ton. Look at spiritual communities. How many enlightened people? You see, but then, how many enlightened people are coming out of there? I don't know. I don't see many. I see a lot of believers. I see a lot of people that listen to other people and then they believe what they say and they stop there. This, in terms of enlightenment, to me, is stupid. Don't do that. That's probably why we're so unpopular. We don't go for the fantasy and the belief. But look at people who do engage in fantasy and belief. They're hugely popular. Why? Because that's easy. We want the fantasy. We want the belief. That's easy to do. And just look at Christian religion. It's full of believers. That's all they do. The whole thing's founded on belief. That's easy. To grasp it for yourself, that's not easy. Okay? So now in terms of fulfillment, it does seem to me to be the case that in a certain sense, one can have a fulfilling life by doing stuff that fulfills you. If you, say, master your craft, there is a fulfillment that I feel comes from mastering something. Getting really good at something, that's very fulfilling. It's good work to do. Why? Well, it challenges me, and I have to grow and learn and craft something new, and then at the end of the day, I see that I might have a skill somebody else doesn't have. I go, okay. This is fulfilling to me. Creating something beautiful seems to be fulfilling. Making something excellent also seems to be fulfilling. See, if I hang out, smoke weed every day, and drink myself silly because I want to ignore some pain, and that's my primary activity, You know, it might be fun at first, but then at the end of the day, how do I feel about myself? I don't feel so good. So that, I would say, is not fulfilling. So how do you have a fulfilling life? Do fulfilling shit. Whatever that is. Do something that fulfills you. You know, have you ever noticed that maybe if you help somebody out who's in a tough situation, that there's a little bit of fulfillment there? You know, or like somebody's broken down on the side of the road, you pull over with a bunch of apprentices in the car, the doors fly open, you get this person, you help them out because they're struggling with their car, nobody's stopping, you stop for them, you do them a solid. That's fulfilling. You know, there's many places where fulfillment happens. So if you want to have a fulfilling life, do that. Do stuff that's fulfilling. Now, I will say that it does seem that there is a possibility for even greater fulfillment as if post-enlightenment. But again, I don't want you to create some cosmology about that. Well, I need to get enlightened so that it can be more fulfilled. I don't know. I really don't know. And it does seem to be the case that after, for me, having a breakthrough in my own nature, that I can realize as if, you know, in a sense, for me, it felt like coming home. For the first time in my life, I was home. And I realized that I had missed it the whole time. And I also grasped I was already there. And I had never left, you see? Now, there is something very wholesome about that for me. There is something very, you could say fulfilling. It was very like, love there, in a sense. Like, grasping, I never left. I just thought I left. But then it's like I finally came home and got that I had been there the whole time. That's really nice. Okay, but that's just my experience. Your experience may differ. The only thing that matters in this case is that it's true. That's really absolutely true. Okay? So now in terms of fulfillment, you know, I do want to offer that quick answer like, well, yeah, it seems like there's more fulfillment possible post-enlightenment than there is pre-enlightenment. But I don't know. We could make a whole religion out of that. And I'm not doing that. So then what do you do about what I've just said? Well, tell your friends. You can share it. No, you don't have to, but I would like you to. I would love it if you shared. Use the video to open your mind so that you can start to consider for yourself. That's what you do about it. That's if you really want to do something about it. If you create a belief system about it, I want you to know I am completely against that. Do that somewhere else and with somebody else's content, not mine. If you do that, you can fuck off. Use it to question deeply. Yeah, that seems valuable. That seems powerful. Use what I've said to drive you in your own contemplation. Use what I've said like as a cheerleader, because that's what I really think is probably the best thing I can do in this case when we're talking about enlightenment. Okay, there's a very weird topic that just doesn't make any sense. Is use me like a cheerleader, a motivational coach. If you can use me to push you to question deeper so that then you grasp it, that is the power. Otherwise, it's just jerking off, or you're just entertaining yourself at a party, which there's nothing wrong with that. But if you want that, like as if deeper, that depth, like if you want something real, you got to get it yourself. See? You got to do it. And then you become the author. Then you become the one who understands for yourself. And then you will likely understand more why I say the things I do. Like, why do I say them this way? Why do I talk in these ways? Because in this case, I want to serve you to get it. I don't want to just feed you a line of crap, which I could. It's really, really easy to do. Just look around. No, I want you to get it for yourself. I don't care if you watch the video or not. It's for you, not for me. Well, I mean, it is for me in a sense because I'm sharing content, but the service of the video is for you. Okay? I got to serve my people. Right? So I hope this helped dig into that question a little bit. Feel free to toss this out. Do not use this for your contemplation at all, except to help keep you motivated and on track. But otherwise, it's entertainment. And there's a place for entertainment. It just often lacks power. Entertainment stuff. Okay, this is Brendan Lee with Consciousness and Skill Worldwide, founded by Peter Ralston. Keep it real out there. Be honest. If you want to get serious, please check the links in the description. Visit my website, do all that stuff. Like and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And please tell your friends. Much love. I'll catch you later. Bye.